Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Eva and I love all things makeup and skincare, but we mainly talk about makeup on this channel. Today I have a very exciting new release that just arrived in the mail today, so I am filming this late at night, and they are the new shades of the RMS ReDimension Hydra blushes. I know that's a mouthful. These are the prettiest, glowiest, most flattering. I mean, just look at these blushes. Like, these are some of my all-time favorite blushes. And RMS released 3 new shades. So they released the shade called Bohemian Girl, which is this one here, a beautiful, beautiful peachy pink. They also released a shade called Crystal Slipper, which is, oh my god, just like my dream shade of a blush. It is like a tawny, glowy brown. And then the third shade they released looks a little bit more intimidating in the pan, but is very wearable. And it is the shade Royale. I may be mispronouncing that. So if you want to see me swatch all of the new blushes and compare them to 6 of the blushes in the existing RMS lineup, go ahead and keep on watching. Let's start off by sharing a little bit more about these blushes. So these retail for $35. They are refillable. So if you wanted to, you could technically just purchase a refill for $28 and it pops out of the case. But in order to have it be fully functioning, you do need to spend $35 on the entire blush. Now, RMS Beauty describes these blushes as a blush that glides on effortlessly, that infuses the skin with multi-dimensional life as the bouncy, light as air gel blends and builds color. And that description is very accurate as to how these blushes wear and perform. Now, I did want to mention that I do have a link down below for RMS has a referral program where if you are making a purchase for the first time and you use my link below, you will save $30 on a $60 purchase. And then I will in turn get points back that I can use on future RMS purchases. So I did want to mention I do have that link down below if you want to shop that. If you are an existing customer and wouldn't qualify, I will have my affiliate link down below. So back to the blushes. I am going to go ahead and, per usual, we will put these on my face so you can see what they look like on someone with fair complexion. And then I will also do arm swatches of the new shades and do comparisons to the shades in the existing lineup. That way, if you already have some of those, or maybe you've been eyeing some, you can really see what they look like all lined up on my arm. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start off with the lightest shade, Crystal Slipper. Now this is described by RMS as being a sheer sun-kissed buff. I'm going to do a finger swatch right now. You can see it's a really pretty, subtle, like tawny nude. And then it just has the most beautiful sheen. And let's go ahead and just apply it to the face. For this type of product, I like to use just a fluffy blush brush. I have a very old Bobbi Brown one that I got in a Nordstrom kit legitimately when I was in high school that I still use to this day. So I am just grabbing some of that color and then I am going to build up color on this cheek. This is such a beautiful, flattering shade. This blush gives me like the glowy version of Tarte Exposed, which is one of my all-time favorite blushes. It's just like a beautiful matte tawny rose brown. That's what this is giving, but in a glowier formula, obviously. I'm going to build this one up a little more so you can really see the color come through on my cheeks. And then we will move into the next 2 shades. This blush is also a great blush for beginners because you can really pile it on and it will still look very pretty and very wearable. You don't have to worry too much about being precise with your blush application. It's just such an easy, flattering formula. So on this side of my face, we have the shade Crystal Slipper. Next, we have the shade Bohemian Girl, which is just a beautiful, beautiful peachy pink. Here you can see the finger swatch. There we go. Super, super pretty. And you can really see that sheen picking up on the camera. So this one we are going to apply on this side of my face. I really built it up so you can see the color. And again, I never worry about precise blush application when I'm doing these swatches. You can see it is so, so pretty. So on this side of my face, we have the shade Bohemian Girl. And the last shade that we have to test before moving into comparisons is the shade Royale, Royale. I'm definitely mispronouncing it. And this looks like a deep plum in the pan, but it actually translates in the swatch into being like a very pretty, wearable, deep pink shade. So don't let the pan scare you. Because at first when I got this, I was like, oh gosh, am I going to be able to make this work because I'm so fair skinned? Don't let it scare you. I'm going to remove the makeup on this side of my face, or rather remove the blush, and then go in with this shade. And while I was removing the blush, I also swapped out my lip because the other one was looking real crusty and rough. So let's go ahead and go in with Royale, Royale, however you pronounce it, and just dipping in. Something else to mention is these blushes do not have kickback. Oh cool, I have lipstick on my nose. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So on this side we have Royale, Royale. Feel free to correct me in the comments below if you know how to pronounce it. Super beautiful, very, very wearable, plummy pink. So, so pretty. Now let's move into comparisons. I am going to go through all of my other RMS blushes that I have. I have 6. I love this formula so much, and I will do some swatches and kind of talk about the comparisons and if there are any similar ones in the lineup. Let's start by going over which ones in the pan are similar, or ones that you might be curious about if you already own. So starting off with Bohemian Girl and comparing it to Mai Tai, they are both in that orange family, but as you can tell, Mai Tai is much brighter and orangier. And let's go ahead and take a look at the arm swatches as well. We have Mai Tai on my left, and then we have Bohemian Girl on the right, and you can tell Bohemian Girl is a much pinkier orange than Mai Tai. Mai Tai is a true coral, whereas Bohemian Girl is a corally pink shade. Others that are definitely within the same color family and look similar in the pan are Crystal Slipper and Maiden's Blush, because they are both in that taupey brown category. So here we have Crystal Slipper and here we have Maiden's Blush. You can tell similar, but Maiden's Blush is a lot more cool toned and deeper, whereas Crystal Slipper is much more of a pinky brown and a lot lighter. I have one more grouping of colors for you, and these are ones that are loosely related to Royale. So here we have Royale, however you say it. And then here we have Hanky Panky. And then this is not similar, but in case you have this one, I wanted to show the comparisons. This is French Rosé here. Here we have French Rosé, Royale, and then Hanky Panky here at the end. So obviously French Rosé is much pinker. Royale is more of a deeper toned pink, and then Hanky Panky is way plummier and has almost like a red base to it when comparing it to the other two shades. Here we have the entire lineup. So starting here, we have Cure Royale. And then here we have Pomegranate Fizz, which I wanted to swatch next to Cure Royale because they're actually quite similar. And I missed those in my initial batch of comparisons. And then here we have Mai Tai, followed by Bohemian Girl, French Rosé, Hanky Panky, Crystal Slipper, and then Maiden's Blush. I hope these swatches were helpful. If there are any other blushes that you want me to compare to, I basically have a blush archive. I probably own more blushes than like anyone else on the planet. So if you have any other ones in your collection that you would like me to compare, leave it in the comments below, and I can always upload a short or comparisons in the community tab. If you are not already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It does really help out my channel, and follow me on Instagram at Dear Eva Hansen, where I post a lot of other makeup content that doesn't make it onto my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will catch you in my next video.